bonne journée, bonsoir, bonne soirée. Ça va. Très bien. Bon. Again, this is my very bad French. Okay. I'm going to be a very, very, very nice person today. And I'm going to share some inside secrets with you. Secrets of the trade. Secrets I've learned. If there's any sounds you hear from the outside, ignore it. Je suis très fatiguée because I've recorded this video twice, but I felt like I got a little bit upset both times, and we're trying to relax here, boo-boo. We're just trying to relax. We're trying to breathe and sleep. But I thought an interesting idea because I've seen a couple of days ago an ad or a news in China telling women, you will not marry a rich CEO. Settle down. It was something like that. Because everybody in China thought that they're gonna marry a rich CEO. I have a CEO texting me right now. Okay. Front, just a front. But honestly, side note, the amount of emotionally unavailable rich guys who have reached out to me and flirted with me and hit on me. Appalling. Don't worry, girls. I got your roles. Okay? I got it. Nobody's wrecking you. I am super hardcore loyal. I know you don't want to hear about this, but I'm like possessive and protective of other people's relationships. Like when I was living with my sister, I did not wear perfume. I did not put on makeup. I wore the plainest, darkest clothes. I did not let my hair down. I had my hair up in a ponytail. I was like turning it down to hell. Okay? I'm very protective of other people. I don't even want a man to check me out if he's in a relationship. So I shut things down very quickly. Okay? I'm hardcore monogamous, and I will stand up for people's relationships. And I'll fight for them just like I fought for the one I had. But when it's time to go, it's time to go, obviously. But and this is what I want to tell girls. Yes, men will cheat if they want, but don't let it be you. Don't let it be you who breaks another sister's house. Let him break the house himself. Okay? Through proper channels. Don't wreck a house. Trust me, it will be good karma. In my last relationship, I had a lot of bad things happening there, but cheating was not one of them. I've never, been cheated on, thank God. I've never been cheated on. Ever. Okay? And I think it's because, even when I'm talking to a woman and a man, I will 99.9% look at the woman as I'm talking, and I'll just glance at the man out of politeness, yes, okay, I acknowledge you exist. Back to you, sister. I will cloak a woman's jealousy in a second, because every girl loves her partner. Who loves her partner will get possessive of it, and the same vice versa. So I'm like, girl, don't worry, I got you. I'm not gonna wreck your own. The amount of times I've patched people up, I've introduced people to one another. I had friends who were like, that's it, I'm getting a divorce. I'm like, sit down, you have children. Obviously there wasn't major abuse going, it was just some silly stuff, so it wasn't major. It could have been the stuff that she would have regretted if she walked out, right? So Anyways, I'm so sorry. Anyways, let's go back to CEOs. Okay, I promise. This is where we talk about the CEOs. So I'm surrounded by CEOs because that's my line of work. I work with the corporates, mental health. Okay. You need to understand. There are two types of CEOs, CEO and founder. Okay, and this is again, according to my experience. I did not read a book about this. I did not watch a video about this. This is from my limited experience. There's a founder CEO, and there's someone working at $1 billion CEO. You have more chance to get good money and luxury lifestyle with the working at $1 billion CEO, but he needs to be financially intelligent, meaning he needs to know what to do with the amount of money that he is getting. Because I know a girl who had a husband who was getting big money, but he wasted it all trying to keep up with the Jones and the Kardashians and the whatever. And now they can't buy clothes for their kids because the husband reached retirement age. Okay? So, if you're gonna go that route, $1 billion company working as a CEO, he needs to have enough intelligence to know how to reinvest what he's doing. So, real estate, liquid, there is investments in stocks, investments in gold, investments in just getting assets. Okay, take the money, converting it to assets. That kind of CEO. Okay, he's your magic genie, whatever the hell he's doing. Okay, there are people out there in the world who are getting $100,000 salary a month. Okay, they exist. I know. It's weird, but they exist. That's one. Number two, you have the founder CEO. This founder CEO, where are you? Founder CEO will get wealthier later on in life. Okay? So, you need to understand how a business is born and raised. Business, when a CEO and a founder wants to start a business, they will take loans, find investors, and, start the company. The first couple of years, 3 to 4 years, the business, whatever profit is coming out of the business, will go back into debt payment and paying back investors and employees' salaries. By year 5 and 6, if the business is successful, you will start to hire more people, and you will start working with more softwares and probably introduce more services. So the money will go back to that. And then the business keeps growing until it's scalable enough that a bigger company purchases it, just like what happened with Skims, with Hailey Bieber, Rode, and Kylie Jenner. Okay? But I don't think Kylie should have sold her company. Yeah. So, anyways, that's another video. Some people, like ChatGPT and all of that, and Zuckerberg, and I don't know, will hold on to the company. They will not scale it. They will not, it will be bigger, but they will not sell it. Okay? Once you understand this cycle, you know that not every CEO is rich. One CEO I know, he said, I was at a conference in Paris, and all I had in my pocket is some coins for baguette. That's all I ate. One baguette and a tomato. where is the money? He is paying his employees above average wage. Okay? And most CEOs, once the business is grown and it's sold, they already have 2-3 businesses in the back burner that they're scaling as well. Okay? Some CEOs will close down the business, and I've known that. I've seen that in real life. So most of my connections are founder CEOs. You have to understand that 60% of startups fail. Okay? I'm talking about this for the girls who are willing to date upwards. Okay? Now, you need to keep 2 things in mind. Wait. Your money is your money. Your financial health belongs to you. Your old age is yours. Okay? That's what you need to do. And, for God's sake, the freaking course. If you cannot raise a child on your own, do not bring a child into this world. Okay? Do not. Now, number 2, if you're gonna date someone who's a lot richer than you while you are on a, normal, let's say, level, you need to understand that if you do get married, that person has a lot more access to proper lawyers, to channels, to corruption than you. There's an asymmetrical power. Okay? And it's tipping in his favor. So my advice to you, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be with a man who's financially well off. Okay? That's fine. I'm not... when I was broke, the last thing in my mind was dating. And I'm a woman. Right? So I don't think if you're a man and you're broke, I don't think you should be anywhere touching dating with a 10-foot pole. If you can't do it, don't do it. Okay? Yeah. There's no shame at that. Trust me, by 19, I was going around Europe. By 32, I was living in my car. Life goes up, life goes down, life goes up again. Okay? Collect yourself. Get a base mine. Get an emergency fund covered. Get a little bit of a long-term saving. Maybe get a house in your name. That's for both women and men. And then start exploring dating. So you're not shattered completely if the relationship ends. Now, so this whole rich CEO drama, Korean drama. First of all, CEOs work like crazy. There's no days off. There's no, okay, I'm turning. Most CEOs that I know, obviously there's like the really, really, really major, Hollywood producers, I'm not talking about these people. I don't have experience with these people. I have experience with people who are honest, hardworking, and they care about their business. These people are very busy. Very, very busy. I'm talking about people who make money out of legal and ethical means. Very busy. There's no weekends. There's no time off. And they're burnt out. By the way, guys, if you are someone with a loud car, or you want to adjust your car so that it's loud, please take notice that there are people with children. Maybe it's a sick child trying to fall asleep, or mommy who's very tired, who has not slept in weeks, is trying to put her baby to sleep, and then you come up with your loud noises and your loud music and your loud car, and you create disturbance without even realizing that you're doing that. are all coming from him, and they don't want to go back to grind life. It's not easy. Once you've gotten used to a lifestyle that is elevated, it's not easy to go back to the grind. And that's why I want you to take care of yourself. Okay, forget about rich CEO. If you do marry rich, good for you. But most likely, he will still expect you to have something of your own. Look at Kathy Hilton. Look at Nick Hilton. Nick Hilton is married to a Rothschild. You can't get richer than that. And she has her line of shoes and God knows what else. Look at Kathy Hilton. She's married to one of the richest men in the world. And she has reality shows. And she has, I don't know, God knows what line and all of that. It's very rare. I know there's this one beauty queen who's married to a guy. Her name is Joyce Girard or something. And she seems very happily married. But I'm telling you, from what I see, is that I want you to have your own business. I want you to have a side hustle. I want you to have a main hustle. I want you to have a high yield savings account with 6 months of salary in it so that it's generating you profit. I don't want you purchasing La Mer and Dior skin. I want you purchasing gold. I want you purchasing real estate. I want you purchasing land. I want you purchasing assets, things that will put money back in your bank before you go out and pay for luxury. Okay? Promise. Work towards it. Nothing is impossible. This rich CEO fantasy, trust me, it's beautiful to watch. Cinderella, it was my favorite story as a child. But it's not realistic. CEOs themselves most likely are not making that much money. I've seen one guy who was a CEO of a bank, and his wife is still hustling and grinding, making workshops, taking on clients, all of that.